For this tutorial, you will need some bulky weight yarn, a 9mm hook, a threading needle, and some scissors. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start with a slip knot, and we're going to chain up 4. Okay, we're going to slip stitch into the first chain to form a circle. Chain 3, that's going to count as your first DC. Work an additional 2 DC into that circle. Chain 1. Work another 3 DC into that circle. Chain 1 and repeat this 4 times around. You will have a total of 18 DC. Chain 1, join with the slip stitch to chain 3, chain 3, work 2 DC, chain 1, 3 DC into the last chain 1 you made. Skip 3 DC, and in your next chain 1 space, work 3 DC, chain 1, 3 DC. Skip 3 DC, work 3 DC, chain 1, 3 DC into that chain 1 space, and you're going to do this all the way around. You will have a total of 36 DC. Join with the slip stitch, chain 3, and work 2 DCs in the space right behind your chain 3. Skip 3 DC and work 3 DC, chain 1, 3 DC in the chain 1 space. Okay, skip 3 DC and work 3 DC in the space between the 2 3 DC clusters. Skip 3 DC and work 3 DC, chain 1, 3 DC in the chain 1 space. And you're going to repeat these steps, these 2 steps all the way around. You should have a total of 54 DCs. Okay, now you're going to join with the slip stitch. Fasten off. And you're going to make 1 more, repeating the same steps, and I will meet you back here when you're done. Once both sides are done, we are going to join them together. So right side facing out on each. You are going to take your yarn. I chose a different color because I like the contrast, but you could use the same color if you'd like. And we're going to attach it to the corner, the upper left-hand corner, the chain 1 space. Going through both sides, chain 1. You're going to slip stitch into each side, working in both DCs and your chain 1 spaces all the way around until you get to the other corner, chain 1 space. Once you are done, you are not going to fasten off, you are going to make a chain. I made a chain of 80. You can make it smaller or longer depending on your waist size. Just make sure it goes around that you can make a bow. Once you are done, you are going to attach your yarn to the other corner and you're going to chain up the same amount of chains you just made on the other side. After you're done with the chain, after you fasten off, just make sure to tie a knot at the end. Now we're going to create your flap for your bag. So you're going to turn your bag to the back and you are going to attach your yarn to the first DC on the right. Chain 1, that doesn't count as a stitch, HDC in that DC, and an HDC in each of the next 8 DCs across, for a total of 9 HDC. Now you're going to turn your work. You are not going to chain. This will decrease your row. So you're going to skip your first HDC and then work 1 HDC in each of the next 8 HDC for a total of 8 HDC. turn your work, skip your first HDC, and work an HDC in each of the next 7 HDC for a total of 7 HDC. And you're going to continue doing the same thing until you are left with 1 HDC. Fasten off. Now that you're done with your flap, the last thing to do is to make a tassel and attach it to the tip of your flap. If you need help with the tassel, I do have a YouTube tutorial on that as well, on how to make a tassel and how to attach it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you follow, like, comment, and share.